Yo, welcome back. Listening to the Future Sports Talk Radio. We are Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. It's your boy King Hulie on the mic, and you know the vibes. You know who I'm with. White Mike's definitely in the building. What's up, White Mike?
Oh, glad to be back this week. BS last week changed up the schedule, so had to miss, but back this week. Last week at home, be in Savannah, Georgia, starting on Sunday.
Okay.
I did.
How long you gonna be out there?
Till Easter. Wrong holiday. Till Easter.
I was gonna say Thanksgiving night.
No, Easter. I did Google Savannah banana tickets, but they are sold out like a year in advance.
Man. A year in advance?
Yeah.
So I don't quite understand what's going on with them. I see them like all over TikTok and whatnot. And is there like a baseball equivalent of the Harlem Globetrotters? Is that what that is?
Yes, but they actually have several other teams. There's like, I think 6 or 8 teams in total now that do it, that play banana ball. And it's actually a lot of former like minor league players or guys that may have played a couple games in the pros but never really made it. Right. And they made this banana ball, and if you're a baseball purist, kind of like I am, you hate it because it's taken away from the game of baseball. But if you like fun stuff, it's hella fun to watch. I've watched highlights of it a bunch. I want to see it live, but it's a lot of fun to watch. I hate that it takes away from the purity of baseball.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those novels and things, I guess. Like we said, like Harlem Globetrotter-esque style. I know. I've seen them do a bunch of like tricks and stuff like that too. I always thought of them doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, they had John Cena out there the other week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he went out there and he got struck out, and he acted like he was gonna go out there and lay the pitcher out. So
yeah,
they do all kinds of stuff like that.
All right, and my A1 from day one is definitely in the building. Hollow Point, what's up, my boy?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
What's going on with you, man? How's Hollow World? What's going on over there?
We're good, man. We're good. Just trying to get through a house of sickness.
Okay. Oh, still.
They're going to use this sick time to plan their 87 vacations this year.
Hey, man. Hey, don't hate on us. Don't hate on us. St. Patty's coming up. You know, I gotta get ready for my home, get ready for my people, represent. You know.
There you go.
But 4% Irish, so stand up. Speaking of, you said you're going to Savannah.
Yeah, largest St. Patty's Day parade.
Yeah, check it out. I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
Man, this will be like the third year I spent St. Patty's down there.
So you understand. So it's pretty nice place to be during this time. So
hey, other interesting fact, the bench that Forrest Gump sat on for the movie is in a museum. Is in a museum down there because they had to take it off the sidewalk because of people defaming it, defacing it, and graffitiing it.
That's so messed up.
What?
Yeah, everything's all right, man. Just
stop touching stuff that don't belong to you. And of course, the newbie to the show is back. Horace, what's up, my boy?
What's up, man? Feeling good.
How's everything cruising,
great.
man? You selling them cruises or what, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm trying, bro. You know, still trying to get you. It's been a couple months, and I'm still getting used to working at home. It's so different, man. But you know, I'm actually starting to kind of like my little midday nap.
You know what? You can go sit in the same corner with Hollow Point.
No, you can't. Goddamn it.
Man, I feel y'all in the same corner. That's crazy.
But yeah, man, it's been good, man.
Bed set up down here too. No, you trying to?
That's good. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We finally, man, like this weather's starting to relent, and we're about to finally have our debut softball game for High Hopes. It's been
look at you, man.
It's been like atmospheric river after atmospheric river after all these stupid people, like, you know, all this stupid rain. Like, stay away from us. We're tired of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I get it. All right. Water from the sky. We got it. All right. But I'm ready to play ball.
Water from the sky.
I'm ready to play ball,
like
man.
Clouds,
I'm ready to get back out there and play.
We get it. Okay, Clouds. Yeah. You win.
You guys win. This sucks, man. This sucks. Like every week, it seems like the show got to get interrupted by some rain. So this is wild. But we'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. I'm King Hulie. I'm here with Hollow Point, White Mike, and Horace Jr. We have a pretty dope show lined up for you guys. Get a lot of people who talk about, because we're in this lull with sports right now, and it's right after basketball, the All-Star break before basketball becomes like really good again to watch. And so I've come up with this idea. A lot of people do top 10s of all-time players. We're gonna do the top 5 duos of all time. Top 5 duos, NBA duos of all time. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna talk some NIL. Some big news came out from the NIL stuff going on, whatever. So we're gonna discuss that. But right now, this is the point of the show where I hand it over to Hollow Point, and he lets you know where to find us on the socials. So Hollow Point, do you think?
Thanks a lot there, Hulie, and thanks a lot to everybody for joining us once again for the Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. Normally, I would send you to our website, which would be up and running, so you could see our one-stop shop. However, our website is under construction. So if you want to check out our podcast, check out any of wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it be on Apple, Spotify, all those places. They all have us. Just search for Truth Be Told Sports Podcast, and you'll find us there. If you want to hit us up on our socials, we have our Truth Be Told Sports Podcast page on Facebook. We have our Truth Be Told Sports group. We also have our X, formerly known as Twitter. We also have our Instagram. We have our YouTube, which we need everybody to join in, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And we also have our TikTok. So you'll find all clips from our show here now on everywhere, all the platforms and all the places. So hit us up, Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. Everywhere you can listen to us social, we'll be there. So hit us up. Tell us how great we are. Tell us and participate in the show. Hit us up. And we'll let you know when that website's coming back. Once again, it will be www.truthbetoldsportspodcast.com. Back to you.
All right, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, it'll be up soon.
I know you needed that at the end.
Yeah. I gotta have that because it don't fit the same anymore. Even though like we're moving more towards YouTube, I still need to hear that. You feel me?
I got it, man. I'm here.
I got you. I appreciate it. Hey, White Mike.
In the house.
What's up, man? Are you ready?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It's been like a few weeks since we had it. Hollow Point cheating with the book. Put it down. All papers and pens down because it's time for.
Sorry.
You got a cutout in there where your phone sits in so you can Google or what?
Absolutely. I got the sports almanac like it's on Back to the Future 2.
Hanging out with Biff. All right.
Biff's my guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we'd like to welcome you back to another episode of the White Mike Trivia Show. You know that trivia show within the podcast where White Mike asks King Hulie, Hollow Point, and Horace Jr. questions about sports. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong. They get points, or he gets a point. But you get the point because it's a game show, obviously. But without any further ado, here's your host, White Mike.
I'm glad to see they're still letting everyone in the studio. Gotta work on this. We need new security.
Yeah.
Definitely time for security.
All right. We got you. We got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
One is football related / history.
History. God dang. Okay.
Time machine.
Yeah. Okay. AKA time machine.
Nah, not time machine.
Okay. All right.
Not well. Okay, a little bit of time machine.
Okay.
I
mean, we know what's up.
We got, and then we're gonna follow that up with a couple basketball questions.
Sounds good.
All right.
Does it?
So, yeah.
All right. So, for your first question, can you tell me how many schools? I won't even make you name them. Have a NFL winning quarterback and a NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback and a president from their school.
And a president, like of the United States?
A president?
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is this current or like historic?
Historic.
Okay. Oh man.
I know one.
I know one school, but I don't know who the people are. I know the school.
I don't know these presidents go to school or went to school. Like, you know what I mean? There's no president trading cards like Barack Obama. You know what I mean? What college he went to? You don't see that.
You said just guess. You said just guess the number.
Yeah, just give me the number.
5.
I don't know. I'm gonna say 4. I can't.
What year was the NFL established?
Shit, man, like
60. 60. I'm gonna say 8.
Michigan's one. I know Michigan's one. I know
Yale, Harvard,
Delaware, like Harvard, and like
Delaware's
Stanford.
Oh, is Delaware?
Army. Does that count?
Right?
Does Army count?
Delaware's one for sure, and I think
not a service school, but
okay.
Not.
I don't think
give me 5.
Schools had like a Super Bowl winning quarterback though.
Just give me.
I say 5. I say 5.
I'm gonna say 4, but 4. I don't give me the ask.
3.
Horace said 8.
2.
8.
Okay. It's 5.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So you ready?
Go back, baby.
Joe Flacco and Biden, Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. Yeah.
Poor kid.
Navy has Roger Staubach
Yep.
and Jimmy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Stanford has
Jim Elway.
Yeah, and Jim Plunkett and
Hoover. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Michigan.
Yep.
Has and Ford.
Yep.
And then this is going to be the one that lost y'all. I don't know how you got 5 out of this. Miami of Ohio.
Big Ben.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Big Ben and Benjamin Harrison.
Wow.
Benjamin Harrison.
It was the presidents for you, bro. It was the presidents for me.
Let's go.
Like, they need president trading cards. I'm a firm believer that should happen.
Bro.
That'll make kids learn about presidents. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I did. That's how I knew the numbers. Like I just you're like, why is it? I don't remember this dude. Oh well, he took over him because he did some president shit. So that's why he's. Oh okay.
Oh okay.
I really figured I was gonna. That almost hurt my soul as bad as Hulie's very first.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
See. Oh, now the question's gonna get harder.
Toronto Argonauts.
Toronto Argonauts. Oh Lord.
All right. So this is NBA. All right. How many teams have one letter in their logo?
What
NBA teams?
Yes.
Has one letter
in their logo.
One letter, no.
Like if you're scrolling through 2K to pick a team, it's just gonna be one letter. It can have a design or whatever, but it's just gonna be a letter.
Man. Ooh.
Let's see.
Damn.
One letter. Let's see. Man. Okay. No. 2. This is harder than I thought.
Yeah. I thought I had it pinned. I was like, man, it's like 12.
No. Who's in no.
It's like
damn.
I got nothing.
20 seconds.
Is like all I can see is like
I'm gonna say 5 because I'm trying to count them in my head, dude. Like I'm gonna say 5, but I'm gonna go with 5.
7.
3.
Okay. It's 4.
Damn. So the Brooklyn,
Brooklyn,
Houston, the Rockets, the Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
The Pistons?
Nope.
No.
It says Detroit.
It says Detroit Pistons.
Dang, hold on. It's not the Bucks. It's man.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, give me a hint.
Not Dallas, is it?
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. It's not them. It's not them.
Is it Washington?
It's not the Wizards. Man. God, I can't think of it.
You're gonna kick yourself and tell you.
I am. I'm pretty sure. I know I am. I know for a fact that
it's probably one of the more recognizable ones.
No, please don't do this to me.
Can't be the Rockets, right?
I called the Rockets. I said the Rockets. Okay, so we got Brooklyn, we got
Cleveland,
the Rockets. We said
and the Rockets. You did the Brooklyn Nets, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Houston Rockets.
And Houston Rockets. Okay. God, I can't think, man.
You googling that over at Holly Point just to see?
I'm just to see. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Who is it? I can't think of it.
The Pacers.
Oh my God, that's right.
The big ass P.
Big ass P. With the basketball in it.
With the ball in it.
Big ass P. All right.
Dang,
I went one over.
I could have got that.
I went one over.
Dang.
All right. So for your last question of the night, it's also NBA. And this is going to kind of lead into some of our show here. Mm-hmm. What is the highest scoring NBA duo in the playoffs? What's the highest scoring playoff duo?
Highest scoring playoff duo?
Yeah.
It's got to be Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
I'm sorry, championship duos.
Championship.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
We'll even go outside the playoffs. We'll just do
because I was going to go. I was going to go Stockton Malone like a mug.
Oh,
I'm going to go Klay instead.
I'm going to go Kobe Shaq. Kobe Shaq. I know that's too easy, but it just.
I know, right? It's going to be somebody obscure as fuck.
Okay, give me MJ Scott. Give me MJ Scotty. I'll take it.
So you went Klay, Steph, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Durant and Curry.
that Durant and Curry is number 2 with 56.6.
Wow.
Number 1, 2001, Los Angeles Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant with 60.
I finally got one.
Did you get? Oh wow! Good job, Horace. Way to go!
History, baby. History.
You on the board?
Shaq and Kobe are on here twice. Scotty and Michael are on here twice. You got AD and LeBron in the bubble. Then you've got Durant and Steph on here twice. Then you've got Giannis and Chris Middleton at number 8. Hakeem and Clyde were number 9.
Bro, I ain't seen Middleton since.
And then number 10 was LeBron and D Wade.
10? Stay hurt, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
10.
Oh man, well, that's cool, man. That's good to know. Thanks, White Mike, because it does play perfectly into. I guess we kind of segue it over. To start the show. You guys want to start the show? Might as well.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, perfect segue, Mike, because we get into these. Like I said, we got into a lull of sports right now. Not a lot is going on. Things are about to start picking up. You got March Madness around the corner. You have the NBA playoffs about to kick into high drive. Baseball's coming back. And it reminded me of that time when we were in COVID, right? And we was always scrambling to come up with content. And one of our shows we did, and Horace actually hit us up, was like, let's do the top 10 NBA players of all time. But like we said, we've done it before. But what we haven't done is duos. So I would like to know from you guys, who are your top 5 duos in the NBA of all time? And I'll start with let's start with Hollow Point.
Well, why not? Right? Why not?
Right.
All right. At number 5, we got Malone and Stockton. Before LeBron came around and smashed the record, Karl Malone was one of the top scorers of all time, mixed in with John Stockton's highest assists of all time. It was just a great duo just to watch. Unfortunately, they never went into a championship mode. So Karl Malone and John Stockton, number 5. At number 4, we got Bird and McHale. Now, Bird was the main guy, but McHale was the engine. He was probably one of the baddest post players in the league at that time. He is why Kevin Garnett was who he was, because he basically taught him everything he knew. So, but he was bad back in the day. Him and Bird was responsible for what? How many? They get 3 titles, 4?
3 titles, I believe.
I think it was 3. Yeah.
But wasn't that the same team that had Bill Russell and stuff like that?
No, Mike.
No.
What are you talking about?
Not Bill Russell.
Different.
Larry
era.
Bird and Ken.
He talking about Parrish. He talking about Parrish, probably. Parrish.
He talking about Robert Parrish?
Yeah.
Parrish was on that team too, with McHale and.
Yes. Parrish was 5, McHale 4, Larry Bird 3.
Yeah, I was thinking Walton came onto that team later.
He did later, but he was not really a big factor.
Yeah, he wasn't the Bill.
Yeah, Walton was like a super shell in himself.
Yeah, he was waving towels on the sideline. That's all he.
Yeah, he was a ring chasing mode.
Blowout minutes. Yeah,
he was in ring chasing mode.
Yeah, so yeah, they're a great duo themselves. Number 3, I have Shaq and Kobe. Everybody knows about how great they were, but the only reason why I had them at 3 and not 1 is because there's how great they could have been. They, of course, they broke up way too soon. They got a 3 in a row, and they could have had 4 in a row if they could get out of their own way, but they couldn't. So it was too much alpha going on in there. But when they were on the same page, man, there weren't too many teams that could stop them.
Obviously, highest scoring duo.
Highest scoring duo of all time. That 2001 year, man, they couldn't be stopped by nobody. And
nobody.
I think that was probably one of the greatest years to be a Lakers fan, because it's like you knew what they were gonna do and there was nothing you could do about it. They just either run you over or jumped over you. So it was a fun time. So yeah, that was my number 3. Number 2, I got Magic and Kareem. That's pretty much my upbringing. That was my start of my Laker fandom. The Showtime era. You got Magic going up and down. You got Kareem with the most dominant shot in the history of basketball with the sky hook. It's just it was great basketball to watch. And in that number 1, I got MJ and Scotty, and like, what can you say? 6 rings, right? It's just like Scotty did all the he was the engine. MJ was a pretty piece. You know what I mean? Scotty did all the dirty work, but he can stop anybody, and he will dunk on you if you turn around. See Patrick Ewing.
See Patrick Ewing, and then he would step over you.
He'll step over and swing on you. So I think MJ and Scotty were my top duo of all time. Even though now they're at odds, you know, all over the place. But
dude, we can talk about it in a minute. We can talk about it in a minute. But this tour that Luke Longley, Horace Grant,
Scottie Pippen,
and the old Cleveland Indians mascot. Scottie Pippen.
Embarrassing.
It's
they're making an ass of themselves, man. Go sit down.
Yeah, because
I'm sure there's a porch somewhere you can sip some lemonade, smoke cigars or whatever, man. Talk about it there. Don't go on a tour. It sounds like a dumbass.
That show did not make them to be terrible.
It did not.
It made it be for what it was. Like Pippen was a punk that year. Pippen was a punk. He was.
I don't know.
Like they literally told her, and we talked. I remember talking about this point specifically on the show because it was like they told Pippen, "Don't sign this." The owner was like, "Hey, man, this contract is some bullshit. I know, so I'm telling you not to sign it
because he did it anyway."
But once you sign it, that's it. We ain't negotiating shit because it was like a 10-year. $15 million deal. It was some bullshit.
Listen, in 1990, that made a lot of sense. In the year 1990, that made a lot of sense.
For that long?
But you know,
they had them long ones, and he was telling them, dude, take a shorter.
That wasn't even 90. That was like mid 90s. That was coming off some championships.
But I felt bad for him because he's like, my family needed this and all this stuff.
15 kids or something. I'm like, that.
Bro, this is like, it was like a 10-year, $15 million. I'm like, And then he was like 2 years later trying to renegotiate. And the owner was like, hey, dog.
Hey, we would just sell you.
Yeah, I told you, I'm not renegotiating nothing. So, but it made him look weak. It made him look like a sucker, you know?
It did.
And it wasn't like it wasn't like derogatory towards him. It was just the facts are the facts.
Yeah, and he can't handle it.
But
all right, Horace.
All that being said, they're my number one, MJ and Michael.
Bad. All right, man. So I switched up a little bit. I was going back and forth between like best and who I liked and who I think was the best and most successful. So that's kind of what I went with, right? So 5, Curry and Clay. The original Warriors duo. I started to go with KD and Curry, but it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. Those rings were all dirty and nasty to me. These are more clean, you know. Yeah. You know, these are more they duo was more clean. I like it. You know, I like those boys. Super duper underrated, right? And then I felt like I had to put these boys in because the next one for Bron and Wade, I had to put them in there, man, because it was exciting. It was exciting. They literally crushed my soul. Probably one of the worst sports moments, even beside the kick six. Believe it or not.
Oh my God! What are you talking about?
Because I was already celebrating, bro. The Ray Allen shot, I was already celebrating. I had that. We already won. We won. In my head, the series was over.
Man,
we had
could have watched that game together, bro.
And I was just devastated, bro. Like I was devastated. I was devastated, bro, because I knew it was over with. I knew we're not gonna win game 7. Like I already knew what time it was, bro. I still remember
that day.
So I got to get them their props.
I'd never seen a team so deflated after that game. I'd never seen
Bro.
it.
Bro, you heard the story?
Wow.
Pop said he felt it, so he called them all out to dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? They all went to a real. They opened up an Italian restaurant in Miami late night, and they all drunk wine and got drunk, you know. But it didn't help.
Nope.
Didn't help.
Nope.
Gotta ask Wolf. 7 man. All right, then number 3. I'm going with, you know, the all-time scores in finals history, Kobe and Shaq. You know, it's crazy to put them at 3 because who dominated like them boys dominated? Like they won their rings in a tough era. But like Hollow Point said, man, like they could have did more. They could have did more, and I think the way they broke up too kind of takes away from it a little bit too as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, the breakup was not cool. It wasn't, you know, and both of them won championships without the other one.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna put them Laker boys at 3. You know, and then I'm coming with the underrated 5-time champion Timmy and my boy Parker. We're coming with the Spurs. 5-time champion. But I ain't even going to concentrate on the 5. The reason why I put them at number 2 is because of 4. They won 4 championships. They had to get through Dirk multiple times. Shaq and Kobe. They won before them and they won after them. You know, so like, hey, if it weren't for the Spurs,
I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let you live, Horace.
Boy, if it weren't for the Spurs, hey,
it could be Tim Duncan and place your Spur player here.
Nah. Cause Tony got a MVP. He got an MVP. Hey, but I feel hey, I ain't mad at you on that. I ain't mad at you know, that's a good but he was there.
I respect it. I'm just like, don't sell me them as a duo. I can't.
What?
I don't know.
It's a pick and roll. Come on, man.
No,
All right. That's fair.
I guess.
But hey, if you're gonna do that, you gotta do the same with Pip. Then for my last one, the number 1 duo, Jordan and Pip, because Jordan.
No, see, that's the difference. Because that's my number 1. Because that's the difference.
Come on his back. Come here, Pip.
No,
put that long wingspan out. Let's play some D. Yeah,
Pip's the top 75 player of all time.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, hold on. We about to get in a whole nother subject right now because Tony Parker is a top 75 player all time.
Is he?
He is, in my opinion.
Oh,
hey, okay.
In my opinion,
got you.
And the Horace Henderson top 75. You know what I'm saying? and they need to put Dwight Howard in there too, man.
He's probably got Robert
Ory. I agree with that. Dwight Howard.
They kept Dwight out, man, because all his, you know, he a different, you know. I ain't getting into all that stuff, but that stuff is holding Dwight back.
Yeah.
That stuff is holding Dwight back.
He's doing everything but put makeup on. We got it. It's fine,
bro. If he actually just came out,
2024, man.
If he actually just
2024.
Came out.
Yeah, just 2024, man. We get it.
Bro.
It's fine.
Bro.
Wait, Mike, you ready? You got yours?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's go.
All right. So my number 5 is Magic and Kareem. And I have them at 5 just because that was a little bit before my time. Like, I was still relatively young at the end of their days. So it's a lot of highlights. But you can see how good they are and how fun they were to watch. I can understand why Hollow Point became a fan of the Showtime Lakers. Fun team to watch. Like, Magic's a great point guard. Kareem, I mean, every kid's
They're
done
on
the
every
sky
Saturday.
Every kid's done the sky hook at some point in their life. So that's why they're number 5. I mean, obviously multiple championships, different thing. I mean, just a fun team to watch and 2 of the all-time great players. So that's all I give. So my number 4, though, is a what could have been because I thought they were fun to watch. Is a team that it was 2 players that I enjoyed watching, and that's Shaq and Penny.
Solid.
I mean, obviously some injuries there, but
solid.
If they didn't keep running into Michael Jordan for, you know, MJ and Pippen, there could have been. What can you say? So,
yeah.
But they were a fun team to watch. They were fun. They were energetic. They played well together. They meshed together. Mm-hmm. They they handle themselves in a way that other superstars didn't at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 3 is also Tim Duncan with David Robinson.
Boom. That's a duo. Nice.
I accept.
Because I went with Tim and I went with David.
Of course you accept.
Obviously, because they were the Twin Towers. David could only do so much by himself, and then when Tim got there, they meshed very well. They were able to play both positions. You could interchange them from between center and power forward. They scored, they defended, and they led this. They led the Spurs to what they became for a while. A very
and you really don't. I think David Robinson is probably one of the more underrated, under the radar centers of all time. He was a badass, bro.
I'm talking about
he was jacked. He had all that he could shoot. He had a mid-range
that
game.
Weird ass box.
He could handle the ball. Yeah, I mean.
And those are actually, those two are why I started like the Spurs. I don't really have a certain NBA team that I follow. I like certain players, but Tim and David together were big reasons why I pulled for the Spurs a lot. Like I said, I like the way they carried themselves. I like the way they commenced business, and I like the way they were on the court.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to drive the hole against 2 7-footers. So.
No one was back then.
Not at all.
And then my number 2 is going to fall in line with some of the others, Shaq and Kobe. These guys have already said everything you can say about Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
So we know how they are.
They were one thing I'll say is they were both young and basically selfish. They both had their own ways. They couldn't get out each other's way.
Yeah, Shaq got the money to be the superstar. Kobe was the up and rising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, but Kobe was the work hard, and Shaq was the I'm gonna be in Hollywood, I'll get him when it counts kind of thing. He never worked hard, and I think
he's 7 foot 300 pounds. He's like, you ain't gonna come through me, so
right. And I think that was one of Kobe's biggest things was Shaq never put the time in to be great. He just was great. He was gifted.
You're right. That's like 100% one of his gripes.
Yeah, his main gripe. He'd always say in any interview they ever talk about was, man, if he had worked hard, we would have never lost, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So they always came into camp. He always came into camp out of shape, and like Kobe would resent him for that, and that's kind of like one of the things that kind of drew them apart. So when it came time to pay somebody, it's like, hey, we can't pay both of y'all. Who are we gonna pay? And Shaq was like not trying to come down off his number, even though he had declined slightly, not a whole bunch, but slightly. And Kobe was on the rise. He didn't want to. He knew he was coming for that spot, and Shaq wasn't trying to give it to him. So it's kind of like that was the downfall per se of that.
And then my number 1. Same as everybody else's, MJ and Pip.
That's right.
Two 3-peats. You can't. 6-0 in the finals.
6-0 in the finals.
So
you can't.
You can't go too far behind that.
No. And what else makes them the greatest? Real quick, is they both proved that they couldn't win without the other.
Yeah.
They had to have the other. MJ couldn't do it before Pippen, and Pippen couldn't do it the year MJ was gone. Their game complemented each other.
Or anywhere else he went.
Yeah. Portland or Houston.
I wasn't trying to throw that much shade at him, but yeah.
But see, they had their chance. They had their chance at Portland. They had their chance the same year. I think it was the year the Lakers beat them. 0-1. They had their chance. They were up by 14 points in the fourth quarter of Game 7.
18.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 18 points in Game 7 of the of that was the finals of the Western Conference Finals, right, that year, and they blew that lead.
They blew it.
Terrible.
But all right, let's see what you got.
All right, Actually, I agree with you. My number 5 is the big fundamental in David Robinson. I kind of like watching David Robinson play growing up. He was one of my favorite centers of all time growing up. And I wanted him to see him get over that edge, but when Tim Duncan came, he allowed that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of the points that we made earlier. Who would want to go in that hole with those two guys standing right there? And the way David Robinson played was pretty dope. My number 4 is going to be a bit controversial. It has nothing to do with championships. It has nothing to do with anything. I just like the way these guys played together, and that's Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. It was always fun to watch.
I put that as an honorable mention. I put that as an honorable mention in mine.
Did you? Okay, I didn't see that. But they were always fun to watch. They made it to the finals that one year. They had a pretty good season that year too, as well, but they ran into Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, right?
Yeah.
My number 3, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. Now, I am a Miami Heat fan, and I'm a firm believer that had we had a better, they call it the Big Three, but I never saw it because we didn't get the Chris Bosh that Toronto had. Chris Bosh didn't play the same in Miami that they played in
Bosh got down there and got some health issues.
Yeah, he got down there and he decided he just wanted to hang out around the 3-point line. Now, had he did what he did in Toronto and Miami, when LeBron said not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, it could have happened. I'm a firm believer it could have happened.
Yeah, y'all had a lot of good role players on those teams.
A lot of good role players. A lot of it was just a well-oiled machine going through in Miami that we had going down there. I don't know about that last year. Maybe we could have won that one. Again, the second one against the Spurs, we probably could have won that one. But I don't think it was fair that they turned the AC off in that arena.
Yeah,
that's pretty messed up. That's pretty messed up. Number 2, of course. Number 2, of course, is Shaq and Kobe. It's more so like what they could have been had they, the egos. They check the egos and would check those stuff at the door and just focus on making the Lakers being the priority and not themselves. I think they could have done a lot more damage than they did already. And then of course my number 1 is Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. 6-0 in the finals. Can't beat him. Couldn't beat him.
That's all need to be said right there.
Yeah, that's it. So that's my top 5. For you listeners, for you people out here watching this on YouTube, feel free to drop your top 5 duos of all time in the comments. Go to one of those pages that Hollowpoint talked about before, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go to one of those and drop a comment and let us know who you think your top 5 are of duos of all time in NBA.
So I actually 2 of my honorable mentions got mentioned here. I put Peyton and Kemp and I put Stockton and Malone.
Okay.
For good reasons. But I had 2 other ones that I thought one was fun, and that was Jason Williams, aka White Chocolate, and Chris Webber.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
That's a good one.
And then my other one was because fundamental basketball, and I thought they played well together, and that was Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning.
So, all right, so I want to introduce something real quick, guys. We talked about like a little basketball, right? And a lot of these guys that we named in these duos have their own signature shoe. Now, I remember growing up playing ball. I got in trouble. I wouldn't say got in trouble, but was it? I think Hollowpoint, you probably remember this. You remember that? I can't forget. One year we all went and bought Jordans, and then we went to like Demetropolis Park and we played in our Jordans. And everybody was like, "Why are y'all playing?" I'm like, "For me, basketball sneakers."
Because the basketball shoes.
Because the basketball shoes. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? So I want to introduce this. Would you play basketball in these? All right. So I'm gonna bring up like 10 different pairs of sneakers. I'm gonna share the screen. Bring up 10 different pairs of sneakers. You let me know. Would you play ball in them? All right. Of course, yes. The Jordan 11s.
Absolutely.
All right. Everybody will play basketball in these, right?
No.
Yes. Absolutely.
No. You want to play ball in these?
No. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine it.
All right. Okay.
No.
The Kobe's.
No.
You want to play ball in?
No. I'm not a mid. That's a low. I think.
Yes, I would. I had. They weren't Kobe's, but I had some similar to that actually.
Yeah, I have black. I got the black of those right behind me.
So that's a yes from you, Horace?
Yes, sir.
So 3 yeses and a no from Hollow Point because I missed, right? I mean, are the lows?
Yeah.
All right. LeBron's. Now I put the 9s up here because I like playing in the 9s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were the most comfortable ones for me. But like any other LeBron sneaker, would you play basketball in?
I would say yes if I didn't have to buy them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna buy them and put them in the play in them. That's not.
Gotcha.
But I would play in them.
I'm gonna go with Hollow Point on this one. If I ain't buying,
I'm not buying them. I will play in them though.
All right.
I don't like how they fit, bro. I don't like how they fit.
No.
The answer is Allen Iversons. They back in the day.
Yes, I had those.
No,
I did too. I had them also. I also played basketball in.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
High Point Park. But they was old and beat up by that point though. But still,
Hollow Point. That's a no for you.
I couldn't do it, man. Reebok. I still stand by it. Reeboks were garbage.
Hey man, they sell it at Walmart now, so it ain't got no better.
I'm not saying, I'm not. I wasn't too. I've always been a Nike guy. So
yeah. Same. Me too.
When these came out, I was like, that Reebok's logo didn't do it.
I think that pair was the first non-Nike sneaker that I bought with my own money. What? I had to preface that way because, like, when you growing up kid, poor, like whatever shoes your mama bring home.
That's what you wear.
And of course, I played basketball in those also.
Yeah.
Bone Positive.
No.
There they go.
No?
Yes, I played in those.
Yes.
Yeah. Bone Positive.
Absolutely.
Sure. I'm gonna say yes too.
They indestructible too.
Yeah, right.
You remember these Grand Hills?
So the Grand Hills, right? So remember how you said you play with whatever mom brings home to you? That was it.
I had 2 pair of these.
My dad was like, I was like,
this
Dad,
one
I get
and
some
the black
Jordans. He's like, Grand Hill bag gonna be better than Jordan. Here, wear these Grand Hills. Because they was cheaper.
Yeah.
He's like, Grand Hill's gonna be better than Jordan anyway, so go put these on.
All right.
Had that same pair.
No.
The Converse Weapon.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Like, there's a whole league played in these. Like, what's wrong with this?
Burn them shits up.
Can I get it in a different? Can we work on a color mod?
Blisters.
No.
I mean,
blisters.
Yeah, you can't for sure. You guys remember, like Larry Bird had a pair, had his own signature pair. Who was it? It was that commercial back, and they were all rapping. Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson.
Everybody had that too. MJ got his own shoe.
Yeah. So mad people play basketball.
I can feel my toes bleeding right now.
Bottom of your feet burning up.
Exactly.
No cushion, no nothing.
I couldn't walk for a week if I wore them right
back then.
All right. Okay. All right. So it's hard nose for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. The Starman.
No. No. Hell no. It looked like a baby shoe. It's like this when you're trying to learn how to walk. What are those?
Now I had some and one basketball shoes that looked like that, except they didn't lace up. They were some of the most comfortable shoes I put on.
From my boy saying TikTok, what the hell are those?
What?
Oh my god!
Oh my
god! No way!
All right.
Explode on your feet,
yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Tell your ACL up playing around them, boy. No.
All right. Big Baller Brand is O2s.
Man, get out of here with that.
No way! I would have Converse.
No.
I would have Converse.
No.
They say they coming apart. They coming apart while you walking.
Man, I'm taking them right back to wherever somebody gives them to me. You can give them to me, and I'm trading them in on something different.
The more Achilles breaker 7s.
You can't even cut grass with them, boy.
The Achilles breaker 7s.
Them for display only.
So no.
All
right, this next sneaker, this is the last one I'm gonna show you. Right, this next one is brand new. Just hit the stores probably like a couple weeks ago. And it is, of course, the Grab Her by the Pussy 2s.
I knew they were coming. I knew it was coming.
Bro, I run from politics, but I couldn't get away from this story.
Oh, man. My only question is, are they flammable? Like, if you put light to them, would they burn up? I don't know. Like, I feel like they are, though. You know what I'm saying? Like a muzzle top, you know what I'm saying?
There's just no way I can wear a Trump shoe with a flag.
Ain't no way.
This just ain't no way, bro. I would have baller.
Those are worse than baller brands.
Yeah, bring back the baller brands. Don't cut my knee up.
You don't go back to these.
Yeah, give me those, man. You know? The only thing missing from the Trump shoes is like wings on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll call them the Trump Kid Icarus. You know what I mean? Like,
and he might have had a chance if he didn't think he'll get black vote because of them damn shoes. He lost his damn mind. What the hell wrong with you?
It's the urban vote.
You know somebody said that, right? You know somebody said that.
Is that plated?
Sneakers.
Is it plated or is it real?
I don't know, but they $400.
They $400. Retail.
If the gold's real, I might.
Is it the gold real?
No, actually, like it's spray painted from here.
He probably tell motherfucker it's gold. It's gold.
Hey, gold plate is still gold.
Yeah, right.
All right. So I guess not. I guess we will be rocking the Trump shoes for.
We will not be ever.
We will not. Before we get out of here, man, there was a judge that ruled in an injunction that pertained to the NIL deals or whatever in Tennessee. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh, yes.
Right. Of course, you seem like you know a little bit more.
Yeah. So,
fill us in.
So to make a long story short, basically what happened was, so everybody knows that all the big schools are egregiously cheating. Like they're doing, but they're doing it backdoor. You know, they still, you don't know. You hear about a player making a couple mil, but you don't know for real. Then you hear about this guy. He went to this school because he got 3 mil, but nobody knows for real. Tennessee said, forget that. We're gonna pay this kid while he's still in school. We're gonna fly him around in a private jet in front of the whole world. Right. So of course, with them doing this the way that they're doing it, they're not doing it like Bama and Ohio State and Texas.
They paid this man $8 million.
Yeah,
so don't skip the number.
And they figured out a way to pay him while he was still in high school, like millions. Yeah. And it's illegal to do that in Tennessee. So Tennessee, basically said F the NCAA actually 2 years ago when they started recruiting this kid, and it's just not catching up with them. So the NCAA said no, we're not gonna have that. And Tennessee said, well, we think we should be able to do that, and we're gonna sue. And they won. Now because they did this NIL, you can basically do pay for play. You can recruit a player based on how much money you can give the player, and that was something that NIL did not allow, but now it does allow. So it's not to me personally, it's not a big deal because the schools were doing it anyway. I
liked it better when it was under the table.
Yeah, look, yeah, it was a little better. I think the cat's out the bag now as far as the money goes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're gonna be able to put that back in. Like it's over with. I think the best thing that they can do is try to make rules and help the kids out as best as possible, man. Because the have and the have-nots is gonna really, really start to separate. Like I think it might get to the point where I think schools are gonna have to get rid of football and things like that. Like it's gonna get that bad, bro. Like if you're not in the SEC or the Big Ten, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be irrelevant. Like irrelevant. You're not gonna be able to keep up with the big dogs. And I hate that Tennessee did this, man. I hate that they did. I'm glad that I hate how it came about to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they cheated. They cheated and got caught. They did it in front of the world, and and they mad because they got caught, and we gonna sue because we don't want to get in trouble. So here we are.
Yeah, I thought it was wild when it
went full gangster on.
Yeah.
Just like, man, that's crazy.
I thought it was wild when I first heard about it, like a couple years ago. A colleague of mine, her daughter cheered for Warren High School, the same high school Nico came out of. But they were like, Tennessee signed him for $8 million. I was like, $8 million, you can do that? And they was like, yeah, with the new NIL deals, like, yeah, he signed. I'm like, this dude's still in high school. So I was thinking like maybe it could, later on down the road, like he can get that money then. No, that dude had that money then.
Yes.
He had that money then in high school.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was a bit jelly. I was a bit jelly. I wasn't at that Warren versus Mayfair game, and I'm looking at this dude like, how dare you have more money than me?
So
this is my problem with the NIL is this. This is a hole. And our resident female sports aficionado, Ani, shared a video talking about, and it was, I'm not sure who it was on the ESPN thing, talking about, I don't want to hear from coaches because they leave this and all the time.
I agree with it.
I understand the loyalty side of it. And whatever. But I've said it before. I scored high enough to get into Auburn. I scored high enough to get into Alabama. I scored high enough to get a full scholarship to Troy State, which is now Troy University. But I couldn't get scholarships to Alabama because I didn't score high enough. But Julio Jones can go play football and can't complete a sentence.
Wow. So Julio.
Shout out to Julio.
Parlay that.
Listen, I'm not knocking them for being
not wrong.
I'm not knocking these guys for being gifted. What I'm saying, and I've thought for years they should have been paid because they aren't allowed to. They can only work like specific jobs, specific hours. If you work with if you work for a business that's anywhere affiliated, what school you go to, it's a break in the NCAA rules. So paying them is fine. It's this whole. Mike Loxley said it a couple weeks ago. My third string running back says it's going to cost me $100,000 to keep him.
What you want to do is get on this main road, take a left.
Hey, but that's
when you get to the train tracks, you're gonna make a left, all right? That little part right there is gonna take you right down to the 95.
Well, Isaiah Bond just left Alabama to
Good
Texas.
luck, brother.
Isaiah Bond just left Alabama, went to Texas, posed in front of a Ferrari dealership, and then got a brand new Bronco. It's whoever's willing to pay you the money. I think there needs to be a cap somewhere. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what's fair or what's not. But there needs to be some kind of cap just so you can stop these after seasons. Hey, you had a great season at this school. I'm going to double what they're going to pay you.
Hey,
here's your blank check.
Real quick, just public service announcements. All you third, fourth, fifth stringers, stay put. You know what I'm saying?
Don't leave.
For real.
Stay put.
That's
the
why
grass
a lot
ain't
of
greener
kids
on the other
stay
side.
That's why some kids don't get out of the transfer portal. They make bad decisions, man.
Yeah.
And that's why to me the difference between the like coaches can leave, and then it was like, well, the coaches can leave, the players can leave, and that's fair. But the coaches are under contracts. You have certain things they can't do. Like a coach just can't leave, or he gonna end up paying the school money. A player can just be like, I'm making myself a free agent.
Yeah.
And we talking about 17, 18-year-old kids in a lot of these cases. A very, very influential parent or agents, are pushing some of these kids out of the door. Go get that money, man. Go get that money, man, because they want the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they treat you see, y'all know how they are at the park ball game. Can you imagine them at the high school level? And they can't do that in a professional because they're professional contracts. Like Mike said, you got salary caps. It's just things that aren't allowed. Like if we're gonna have movements, that's fair. But that's a whole different subject. But NIL is a little different in the sense that, like, it just needs a contract, and we need to know what's going on. Like if you're gonna get paid, everybody need to know what's happening, what's going on. All this underneath backhand. We heard he got a Ferrari. Caleb Downs got $3 million to go to Ohio State. Like we need to know. Everybody we know the coach's contract. We need to know the player. What are y'all doing? And they need to be on the up and up. That'll make some of this stuff more on the up and up too, because a lot of these kids getting shafted, and some of these schools and coaches getting shafted. You know.
Well, I think, like you said before, it's going to be a lot of the haves and have-nots, man. Because if they're, if they're going to the high schools at this, if we're just throwing money around just to throw it around, it's just going to be these schools now can barely afford locker rooms or equipment. You know, when we get down to like the Conference USAs or or any of the 1AA schools or anything like that, like whatever happened to the passion for playing the game? Whatever happened to wanting to get better at your craft? Like these kids now, and like I know I'm gonna sound like an old fuddy-duddy, and I get it, but like kids don't play for the love no more, right? Kids don't play to get better. Like no one gets better. No one's at the peak who they're gonna be at the college level. Like the only people who are like going for these money deals are student athletes that aren't going to get to that next level. If you understand what I'm saying? Like if I know I'm a 3, 4, or 5-star athlete, I'm not worried about college money because I know I'm gonna get that. Plus, I'm gonna get NFL money. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. My concern isn't that, but I know there's, like you said, there's boosters. There's all kinds of ways, and I've always been a proponent of, hey, kid, go get your money. If you can convince a dealership or some kind of branded deal for yourself, God bless you, man. Go get it.
Yeah.
But like for the schools to just be giving away money like that, that's
it's insane.
That's
like
crazy.
It goes against common sense, man. You like because we know what happened. We know what happened with Ohio State and Caleb Downs. Like Ozai. Sure. Like everybody know these kids. Like especially Caleb, he loved Alabama. Yeah. That's why he didn't jump in the portal soon and save him, because he wanted to see what was going on. But shit, Georgia, those rumors started coming out. They were willing to pay 2, and shit, Ohio State said, well, shit, we'll pay 3. You know, for a safety. Now, not a quarterback. Not a pass rusher, and he's a great player. He's arguably the best defensive player in the country. But I'm not paying a college safety $3 million. I might pay it to a quarterback. I might pay it to a receiver, maybe even a left tackle or a pass rusher. But a safety will be the last position next to a kicker.
I think that's their next step, right? They need to come up with like a value chart.
And that's been presented. And that's been presented. Like this player been in the school this long and played this much, he gets this much. You know, like that's been presented.
Okay. And I think there is I think it had to be like this in order for it to be good down the road, I think.
Yeah.
I think there had to be chaos first.
Tear it up and break it, you know. Yeah.
Right. It has to be down to the studs and just pure anarchy, because then we can start building from here, and hopefully they'll start doing that. Because if they don't get a hold of it, the way it's constructed right now, like you said, college football is done.
Yeah,
like college football, it's just going to be the SEC versus the Big 12 versus the Big 10. That's it.
That's it.
That's not it.
They're going to eat
I'm
everybody
trying to see
else.
what's going to happen with this, how this is going to affect other sports. Basketball, you know.
I don't know, man, because I think they govern themselves as two different situations. Like I don't know.
No, but see, I think about it. The person who started this whole NIL deal was a basketball player.
Yeah.
Basketball actually is worse than football. It's just not as big as football, so we don't hear about it. Like when
they don't generate as much money for sure.
There you go. When you watch the tournament this year, bro. Last year I remember watching the tournament, and he went to Alabama, Michigan, California, full of like these dudes. Yeah. These basketball dudes been to 4, 5 schools, bro, and started at all of them, and they transfer anyway. Alabama starting point guard play for Memphis right now. Who's the starting point guard last year? They were like, what are you leaving for? They said, they giving me a check.
Everybody chasing the money, man. All about it.
Like, what school am I going to?
But they ain't good though. That's
what I mean. Like, there ain't no loyalty at all. Like, just a perfect example is I always go back to USC basketball, right? Because when they were talking about Bronny going there, there's, oh, well, they already got 2 or 3 guards in there ahead of him. He's going to be on the bench and whatnot. And I look at their team, and they're terrible. Like, they're not good at all. So, like, who are we paying right now? Like, y'all are paying for trash. Like, these guys are terrible. I watched them play about 2 or 3 games, and I'm like, so these guys are better than Bronny? Okay. All right, go for it.
Well, Bronny, you know, they took Bronny off the mock draft. They said he ain't even second round good no more, man.
Well, because USC has killed him minutes wise. Like, he plays like 10 to 12 minutes.
He don't play that much at all.
He ain't skilled. He ain't skilled like his daddy.
And that's the thing too. So like,
he's not as big as his dad.
They sold on that name.
Yeah,
they sold on that name and hoping
he can play for my team.
Listen. There's that. There's also the health stuff from earlier in the year. There's a lot of things going into why he's not.
Right.
I mean,
Mike.
I think he's gonna be a hell of a player.
Long as Giannis' brother in the league, they can't say nothing about Bronny when he
bro.
Listen, that's not true.
Giannis got the Bucks by hostage, man.
My brother
gonna play.
If he doesn't play, I don't play.
No, my brother's going to play.
You can't say that because
he's terrible. He's terrible.
LeBron said Bronny could help the Lakers win right now.
He did say that.
He probably could because the Lakers are horrible. Right now.
Lakers guard play is questionable at best. So yeah, I mean he's got a point there.
I bet you the Lakers' worst player right now will wash Bronny James.
Probably, but I'm just saying their defense.
Worst player.
Their perimeter defense is probably some of the worst in the league. Easily.
Oh yeah.
And their play.
They don't. The NBA doesn't play defense no more, so you can't put that argument out.
Oh wow.
You got at least half try though.
Right.
All right. We're sadly at that time where we have to wrap this thing up. So let's go around the horn. Give me your honorable mentions. Anyone, either one of you.
Hey, I give my honorable mention to I gotta finish watching it though. But shout out to the last Airbender on Netflix.
Get off me! Oh,
hey, it's kind of. I'm on like episode 4, but it's real good, man.
I'm on 3. Don't tell me anything.
You're on 3. Okay. I'm liking it, man. I'm really liking it. I was scared I wasn't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually a pretty good show, man. Shout out to Netflix.
Right on. All right. White Mike.
Mine's gonna be to my wife.
Oh, right on.
Today is Monday the 26th. We celebrated our 2nd anniversary yesterday, the 25th. So,
happy anniversary, bro!
2 down.
Happy anniversary.
Let's go.
We was here for all of that.
Yeah, for baby, wedding, everything.
Yep.
Like Mike said, he had a girlfriend. When this happen?
So if you don't know, you can go back some episodes. It's like I made my wife. The trivia show for that was I made my wife hold off. We didn't put anything on Facebook. We just told family until we did a show. And my trivia question was one question that week, and it was just. And then I got to. And then we put it on Facebook after the show released. So.
That's dope.
Right.
That's cool, man.
Hey, happy anniversary, guys. For real. Happy anniversary.
For real, yeah.
Yeah. I was just here too.
So I wanted to give mine up to. I watched. Y'all know I'm a big wrestling fan. So Elimination Chamber came on. This is probably one of the first ones from. They did it from Australia, which was cool. Wasn't so cool that it started at 5 a.m, but
2 in the morning
West Coast.
For me.
Yeah.
2 a.m.
But I got to watch it. It was cool. Open stadium. It looked like it could be WrestleMania, but it was actually cool to see the whole card, and then with the women's match at the end, kind of brought it home. So I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan and Nia Jax fan as well. So shout out to that.
Right on.
Shout out to WWE for putting on a good show.
That's pretty dope.
You took my Airbender one, by the way. I definitely gonna say
that. I'm liking that, bro. I'm gonna try to.
I love that show.
Airbender is pretty dope. I'm about to go watch it right now. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna finish it right. I'm on episode 3, so I have the. It's what 8 of them, right? 8 episodes in this season.
Yeah.
Mark, I was locked in on
three Earth, right? 3 Earth.
You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't give one more honorable mention, and that is to the buzzsaw that is the South Carolina women's basketball team.
Whoo! What you say?
My God.
What you say?
Like Alabama and no 9.
Yeah, they're slapping people, man.
Them boy, them girls deep. Boy, got freshman Steph Curry.
I have to do USC's women's team too. Well, just really Juju Watkins.
That girl's nice, dog. She's
been
nice.
On hair lately, and she's
nice.
She's a baby. She's a freshman.
She's 18.
Freshman.
She's nice, bro. And
killing that league right now. So that's my honorable mention. Juju Watkins. Shout out to her.
Awesome, man.
Pardon shots, fellas.
Shout out to everybody who's continuing to listen and watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get our YouTube numbers up so we can put these videos up, and you can see our pretty faces. That includes White Mike's face, I guess. Shout out to all the OGs.
I'm sorry. Where's that head in that wall begin?
What? Oh. But yeah, just shout out to OGs. You know, we've been we're up to 183,000 plays, I think, so far, and that's all because of y'all sticking with us. And I still remember the time when we had like 20 listeners. So, and like we always say, we would do this if we had no listeners, but to have a bunch of people listen to our stuff and to get people to come to you, oh, you still doing the podcast? Yeah. And like in my family, I'm literally the sports expert because I have a podcast. Like I literally have to adjudicate arguments. Yeah. I have to adjudicate arguments within my family because I have a podcast. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to everybody for coming back, continuing to listen, being there for us. If you're new, please go back and listen to some of our episodes because we've made a lot of improvements since then.
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
So many. We used to suck. Bad. I remember hitting stop recording, like looking at Pearl, like, whoo. I don't know what I'm doing with that one.
Practice makes perfect.
Put that one out.
Yeah, man.
Practice makes perfect, man.
And that's what it took.
Absolutely.
We're not perfect yet, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get very close to perfect as possible.
Yeah, man. I think
adding Horace to the show is probably it's gonna help us there. So Horace, what's your
Nah, man. I appreciate the realness. I like the fellowship of the show. I think this show's in for major things, man. Because like Hollow Point said, if you could do it for free, if you'll do it, nobody watched. That means you're doing it for the love, man. And if you keep working, it can't do nothing but get better. Thank everybody for listening. Follow all of the Truth Be Told, everything. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, man. Support. We have to support each other, and you support us, and we'll support you too, man. Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Just to reiterate what these guys said. Shout out to our D1s, so our day ones. We appreciate you guys still sticking rocking with us. We appreciate all you new listeners as well. Thank you for making Truth Be Told Sports Podcast your home sports podcast. Sometimes we know what we're talking about, sometimes we don't, but it's a fun show. So shut the fuck up and just listen. Whoa. All right. Probably gonna lose some listeners on that one.
This is why we have an E.
He's so aggressive. Come on.
But I say it because I love them, man. I love our listeners. I love everybody that's this, like you said, this uptick on listens and everything has been crazy, man. It's blowing my mind as well because I remember recording the first show and after 3 weeks having one listen and it was me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I remember doing that stuff. So having this stuff happen now, we're about to hit like 200 episodes coming up pretty soon. We're about to hit 200,000 listens. It's a lot, man, and I just really appreciate it. And it's you guys, people out there who kept us alive and kept this thing going for 4 years, almost 4 years. 4 years Friday. Hey, happy anniversary, guys! We ain't gonna be here until 4 years on Friday. So